Hello guys, can you hear me? Hold on one second. Let me just right here. Hey Funny Toro. Hello Crypto Ricardo. How are you guys doing? Can you guys see? I hope you guys enjoyed the new visuals anyways. The chat, I'll have to fix it. Seems a um little small here. I don't know how it looks for you guys. Hello Mort. Just give it a couple of more minutes and then we can start. This is going to be very quick because I forgot to charge the camera, the battery. So, but yeah, we're gonna go do our weekly option selling here on Lira really fast. I'm gonna start announcement for you guys that are already here early. I'm gonna start a weekly, 3 times a week doing live streams. So Friday is gonna be the one options related where we're gonna go through selling options. I'm gonna show you my trades. Hello, Armin, welcome. And the other two is going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The other two is going to be about crypto markets, projects that you guys are interested in, everything. I'm going to start to focus a little bit more on streaming just because right now it's gotten to a point that is a little bit hard for me to edit these videos. So if I can just learn to do a live and then cut the better pieces to make a simple video out of it, then I think will be better for me and for you guys. So you will have both kind of contents for people who like live streams, for people who like specific videos. We will have everything. So if you have any protocols for me to look at, option strategies, whatever you want to talk about, crypto or non-crypto related, just let me know. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be here on YouTube live. I'm not gonna be early morning like the Deccan Investor does. He does that before the market opens. No, I'm gonna be this time or a better time. Just let me know what you guys think. Looking forward to your videos. Thank you guys. So let's jump right into it. Let me go to this desktop end cam. There you go. I still have to get used to all of these just because we have new animations, new transition, everything. So I'm kind of learning as I go with you guys. So the camera I know here is not going to be really good. So I'm going to move it a little bit right here. Yeah, I think here is going to be better. Anyways, we are here on Lira. If you guys did not see on Twitter, I posted about this week. How was this week for me? I'm going to show that so we can see right here. This week, 1 week, I've grown my portfolio 3.22%. Now, you might think, well, these are rookie numbers. My portfolio is very small. Yes, and no, and yes. My portfolio is indeed very small. Yo, hello, Dark Miner. Good to have you here. My portfolio is small, but it is only growing. You can see it is only growing, and 3.22%, Dark Miner can back me up here, is an amazing yield. An amazing yield, because if you do the math right here, calculator, let me see, bam. Do the math real quick. Let's say I have that 1450, right? And I'm consistently making that 3.2. I'm not going to, but let's say I make 3% per week, which is not. I usually try to make above 1.8. Last week was 3.2, the other was 2.7. So I tried to make it above 1.8. But let's say I make 3% 1 year. I compound that weekly. I don't deposit anything. I'm making 365%. That's APY, so that's compounded, which of course it's a little bit stretched because I'm not going to be able to make that 3.2% every week. Small little bits over time make the difference. That's right. So I am starting my journey now. You know, if you get, for example, Dark Miner, if you get the Deccan Investor, these guys have been at it for, they're not old, but they have been at it for way longer than I did. For crypto options, I started in February with $500, you know. think March, actually, March, because February I was still in option vaults, not option protocols. So that's a little difference over there. But see, if you compound, and you can start seeing difference. For example, after 4 years, you can start seeing the difference. See, we go for 6 digits now. If you go to the graph, we have that exponential curve. See, that we're talking about. That if you study, you know, a little bit, compounded interest makes that curve. So small portfolio overall, but a win is a win. You know, a dub is a dub. So I was watching the live stream with Deccan Investor, Dark Miner, on how they think the stock market will go, because these things do affect us and does affect crypto. But I still don't know what to choose for this week. I don't know if I want to sell a call or if I want to sell a put. The implied volatility for both is very, very good. It is juicy, like super juicy. I was commenting this with Erman and someone else. I don't remember who it was from the Sleep Money Club. And we have juicy implied volatility. The market right now is blessing us with this. But on the other hand, for crypto, as the title says, crypto is not doing good. Crypto is not doing good because of FTX. Now we have BlockFi, which also shut down everything. They don't have, like, no one is removing their money from BlockFi anymore. And of course, other protocols, other funds, wallets that do have their money connected or affiliated in some sort with FTX. So I still believe that crypto is not going to go very well for the next week, but I do think that stock market will do a little bit better. At least I hope so. So sorry for all this mess right here. Your graph should not look like mine, because mine is like someone who does not take care of their charts. But yeah, so I am a little bit conflicted between selling of course, for November next week, so the 18th, but I don't know if I should sell the 1500s, which has right now is even lower, a 9 delta, so very safe. The 1400, which is a little bit more riskier, but if I believe the stock, the crypto options, if I believe Ethereum is going to go down, which I kind of am believing that it will go down. One second. I'll answer you right now, Funny Toro. I don't know if I should do this one, the 1400, or if I should sell a put instead and sell the 1100. So you can see right here that the delta is already a little bit high, but we have a lower delta. We have a 19 delta with a $24 or $25 premium. With a call, if you go to the 1400, it is a higher delta, but it is a lower premium. So the put is actually looking a little bit better. Now, to answer Funny Toro, the question is, how is Lira's Bitcoin options? So just go to Bitcoin right here. There we go. I'm going to tell you why I don't like trading these options for Bitcoin on Lira. Because look, we only have just two expiration dates right here. And we have only 3 strikes. And they're all above the price. So they're only above the current price. Why is that? Why is it looking this way? The implied volatility is still okay, low a little bit. But if you go to vaults right here, scroll down, wait for it to load for some reason, you can see the TVL. So the liquidity, I didn't mean to click it. So the liquidity that we have right now, it is 11 million, let's say, for Ethereum, $11 million in liquidity for Ethereum, $1.5 million in liquidity for Bitcoin, and for Solana, it is 798, so not even 1 million. What does this mean though? Why do we need this information? Because Lira, it is an AMM, so they need their own liquidity. They don't use market makers. They are their own market maker. And you can be a market maker if you invest into Lira, if you deposit in the vaults. You can be providing liquidity. So why is that bad? Why is that bad? Because, for example, let me go. Now I have something really good to show you guys. We have a top view. Yeah. So with Lira, they are an AMM. Sorry for this. I am really bad at writing. So they are an AMM, meaning that they have their own liquidity. So they have a vault here, which is an ETH SUSD. This is their vault. They own this. Lira own this. But users can deposit. Okay. So let's say we have user number 1, user number 2, user number 3. Okay. These guys deposit money. Okay. I hope you guys are following. Let me know if you don't see anything or if it looks quite messy. But these guys deposit money. Okay. Cash, cash, cash. And then once I open, these are investors or liquidity providers, whatever you want to call them. And then users come in. Okay. So this is a user. Let me change the color so you can understand a little bit better. So here we have the user. That's me. That's you. Okay. And I want to sell something. I want to trade options here. So I want to trade options. I will open a position, and my position will be taken or deposited here into this liquidity pool, into this vault, whatever you want to call it. A liquidity pool is better because it is a term we refer to in DeFi. So once this runs out of money, everything here is utilized. The user cannot trade anymore. Okay. And if this is a tiny vault or liquidity pool, there's less money right here, then user can only choose a few amount of options. I have less strikes, I have less expiration dates, all of this. Okay. Now we go to sync quote, for example. I'll show that later so you guys can see, compare. So sync quote. Okay, not only sync quote is in DeFi. Is DeFi. This is where I work at. I work at sync quote. Sync quote or Deribit right here. Okay, these guys are not AMMs, so they don't have their liquidity. They go to market makers. Okay, so users, not investors, users. So us. Exactly. Same reason why low cap stocks are bad with options. So right here, we have the user. The user wants to interact with sync quote. Okay. It's right here, sync quote. Let me make this S right here. You guys understand sync quote. Okay. Sync quote does not have a vault like this. Sync quote or Deribit or Zeta Markets, whatever. They do. They have market makers. What does that mean? It's like a bunch of investors, companies, funds, whatever. Bunch of persons, people, whatever, that provide liquidity, and they buy they buy or they sell. They take the other side of the option. So if you're selling, they're gonna buy. If you're buying, they're gonna sell that to you. You know, they take the other side of this option. So when you interact with sync quote and you say, I want to buy Ethereum, whatever price, right? So then sync quote sends out the request, or these protocols here send out the request to market makers. And there are a ton of them. Sync quote has like tons of them, and we keep adding more and more. Okay, the camera's in the way. Let me just move that for you. There you go. So you guys can see it better. Now these guys, each one are gonna give us a specific price. They're gonna price quote that option for you. This right here is called RFQ, request for quote. Lira does not have that. Okay, They use a different method. So they're going to give their own quote. So let's say they're going to give the premium. So let's say one gives an $8 premium. The other one gives a 9. The one gives a 8.5. This one gives 8.7. Okay. Sync quote or the protocol is going to get the best one out of this, depending on what you're doing, buying or selling, and it's going to give it to you. And then you're going to connect with them through sync quote. Okay. So let's say this one is the best one. So we're going to go this way. Okay. This doesn't require liquidity. The liquidity here is only between this guy and this guy. Sync quote doesn't need to have high. Yes, like an order book. Order book protocols do work like this, but they are everything in the protocol itself. They have a book that you can see actually, and you can place an order and see your order in the book. With RFQ, doesn't work like this. Is Lira and SynQuote run by the same company? No, not at all. Not at all. Because we are trying, everything is going to look similar just because we are trying to be like Robinhood. So we're trying to make it simple. If you look at Robinhood, it's going to be very close to SynQuote and Lira. So we're trying to make it simple. We're trying to avoid the protocol looking like Deribit, for example, or for stocks, Tastyworks, or any other protocol that has any other brokerage that has an order book. Order books are complicated. So we're trying to avoid that by doing it this way. So this is why. Here you're bound by liquidity. Here you're not. So let me show you the difference between the options available for Bitcoin here on SynQuote and Deribit and the options available for Bitcoin on Lira. I already showed Lira, which was like 3 strikes, right? So if we go back to desktop and cam. Okay, so if we go to SynQuote right now. Okay. So we go Bitcoin right here. Look at how many strikes we have. Okay. We have tons of strikes. Now let's go back to Bitcoin right here. Okay. So Lira 3. Okay. SynQuote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the gist. Look, there's all of these. And we have all the way to the 25th, and we have like 12, 13, 18, 25th, you know, we have way more to choose from. Now, this is not bragging. It's just because with an AMM, you're limited to the amount of money the liquidity itself of the protocol has, which is bad. At least if you're not a multi-million or billion-dollar company. So you have infinite funds pretty much. So when I trade Bitcoin, or now I've been messing a little bit with Matic just because Matic has been very volatile, then I go on SynQuote. For the stablecoin farming strategy that I've talked about, which is the course that I run on Udemy, that strategy requires stablecoin as collateral. Right here, you cannot use stablecoin as collateral if you're selling a call. If you're selling a put, yes. But my whole strategy is for me to only use stablecoins, which are those $1,450 you see on Lira. How much TVL is on SynQuote? Our TVL is, because we don't provide liquidity, so it's very little. So right now should be around a little less than $1 million. But again, we do have a lot of market makers that are from centralized finance. So from Deribit, Zeta, ByteX, I don't remember what is the other one. So we have big market makers because they're trying to get into DeFi, right? And so we have all of these huge guys with huge liquidity. This is why we can offer so much up and down in strikes. But how much liquidity do we have right now? I'm not sure. We're going to be adding that because I'm not a dev, so I don't have access to this. But we're going to be adding our API to DeFi Llama and then you can track it from there. But from what I remember, it's something around 700, $800,000. So it's a decent amount for a small protocol in DeFi, for like 3 months old, something like that. So for my strategy, I do like to use Lira for Ethereum, because I can only use stablecoins here. But eventually we will be doing that on SyncQuote, and then I'll be moving all these funds right here that you see all the way to SyncQuote. And SyncQuote's going to be on Arbitrum as well. Spoiler. Once it launches on Arbitrum, I think will be way faster than Polygon, way cheaper than Polygon. So I'm excited for that. But now, wow, 25 minutes already. Let me just speed things up here so we don't get lost. Do you guys have any idea which one should be better, or which one would you do? Because I talk a lot with Erman, and Erman still thinks, or he believes that an 1100 sell the 1100 put is a good thing. Like that, at least this is what he would do, right? Collect this premium, juicy. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any opinion on this? I think I'm gonna analyze it right now and just do a live. And I'll keep you guys updated if this goes wrong, if this goes in my favor, just because we have a lot of volatility right now. And selling high IV is always really good, because if you sell high IV and the IV drops, you get what is called the IV crush, which is good for us because the option premium goes down a lot. And we want it to go to 0, right? So let me take a quick look right here. I didn't go for the November 18th. Well, but this strategy that I use is for weeklies. So Friday to Friday, or maybe Monday to Friday, to collect weekly premiums, you know? Of course, there's the strategy where you can go 2 weeks, you can go 3 weeks. For my strategy, I chose the week to week basis. So every week I go and I sell. I think I'm looking a little bit dark here. Now you guys can see me. Okay, so the call is paying me $4, 23 delta, 21 delta. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't like the chart for the 1100 put. Okay. So let's talk about that. Let me go to the, oh, I think my camera just died. Sorry guys, my camera just died, so I think now I'll be just showing this. Anyways, so Erman, give me an idea. What are you looking at right now? Which one would you prefer? If not the put, are you gonna go for a call, or are you gonna change your mind? Let me know. Okay, so Erman says, I'm considering the 1500 call, but the premium is too low. Again, how did you pull up the chart for a single strike? What do you mean? This chart right here? This is Ethereum's chart. For a single strike, what do you mean? You can see the chart for a single for a single option right here once you open it. I don't know if you can see it right now. You can see it once you open the position. You can see it later on. The 1500, let's see, selling call for 1500, 4.9. Yeah, let's run a simulation right here. Okay, let's run simulation. So as always, I'm gonna put 1400 in collateral. If you don't know here what I'm talking about, if you are from the Sleep Money Club, you have access to the course. 60 members already have joined the course. So I'm happy about this. And there I explain everything, the collateral, the contracts, everything, so you can understand. But yeah, so let's say 3 contracts maybe. No, 3 contracts too much. 2.7. Yeah. So this, if you don't understand what I'm doing, I'm pretty much... Okay, I read Erman's comments. I don't like the chart for the 1100 put. Thought he was pulling up a chart for a single strike. Okay. Let me see if on Lira you can see the actual strike for each and every... This is the stats page that they have. Just go for stats.lyra.finance or Lira, I don't know how to pronounce that. And you can have access to all of this. I like to see this because I can see the implied volatility for the 18th or for every week they have here. So I like this. Let me actually see if they do have something for global view, expiry view, strike view. Maybe it's this. Okay, so Ethereum, the 18th. Oh, there we go. Okay, strike the 1100. And we go to put, right? IV history, gamma. Okay, there we go. Nice. Look at this. We can see the price here for the put. So the overall call price throughout the weeks and the put price throughout the weeks. So right now, the price for the 1100 put is $29.1. Can we check that? Price for put. A little bit different. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's less. I cannot zoom in enough. Yeah, it doesn't let me click right here. So you can see this. This is good. I didn't even know. We just found out about it live. So let me go back right here. A call. Hey, Erman, do you see any support or resistance above the 1400? Because we might be able to sell 1400. Look, it is falling right now. To 1400, we have 11%. So 11% difference from the price that it is right now, 1257 to 1400. So 11% difference. What do you think? Is that too risky with this high of a volatility? We do have the 20 AMA here under 400, which is good for me because it will serve as a resistance. We also have this resistance right here and one at 1370, more or less 1376. So we have 1, 2, 3 resistances before 1400. Of course, if we go safe to the 1500 one, 1500, we are looking at 20% difference. 20% difference. But this is too safe, because if we run the, I said I was going to run the numbers here and I forgot. 14. Okay, so we go 2.7, was it? Okay, so what does it mean? What are you looking at right now? It means that if I sell 2 contracts, was supposed to be a little bit more, 2.7. Okay, if I sell 2.7 contracts and I only put 1400 collateral, actually should be $3,000 in collateral. So I'm leveraging. I'm gonna collect $12. So that's very little, because if we do the math right here, calculation, so we are getting 1244 divided by 1400. So we're making a 0.88. So this is percentage. We're making 0.88% in this week. You know, I always try to go It's not a rule, but I personally like to go around 1.8. So how much would it be for the 1400? 1400, we have a 23 delta, which is a little bit risky, but if we believe in that 1400 resistance, it doesn't need it. And how does it work? Let me remind you real quick. It can go above 1400 if by Friday, next Friday, it closes below 1400. It doesn't really matter for me if it stays at 1410, 1420, 1450 throughout the whole week. If I believe that by Friday morning, for me, my time, it will close under 1400. So if we do this, let's see, 1400 in collateral, okay, 1000, 2.7, that's 2.7. Okay, so I have $150 of margin here before getting liquidated, and I'm getting 53 bucks. 53 bucks. So do the math. 53.75 divided by 1400. So my yield, instead of that 0.88 is going to be 3.83. Amazing yield for 7 days of not doing anything. 3.83. If we had more liquidity, I would go for a 450, 1450, which we don't, because these strikes here are very, very far away from each other. So when you don't know which one to do, you go to Google and you go heads and tails. So this is what we're going to do. If it lands on heads, we're going to go for the 1500. If it lands on tails, we're going to go for the 1400. Okay? You guys are ready? Technical analysis at its finest here for you guys. So let me know what you guys think is going to happen. I would like for it to be the 1500. I want to go a little bit riskier, but let's see. Flip again. Heads. Okay, so we're going for the 1400. Shame. But, you know, at least we're for sure not gonna lose any money, because it will be a safe bet. Let's see how much I can leverage this guy right here. So 1400 to 14. And we go for 2.8. How much? 61, 2.9. Okay. Let's go for 3. Okay. So I'm going to collect $13.80. Calculator. Let's do the math real quick. 3 contracts, only 1400 in collateral. So way under collateralized, partially collateralized, whatever you want to call it. So we have $13.80. We divide that by 1400. So now we have 1%. That's fine. 0.985, you know, closely 1%, which is okay, better than the 88 that I was getting before. So once you do this, you connect. Why my wallet's not connected? Recent. Thank you, MetaMask. Let me just move it right here. There we go. And I saw my call. Now pop up again. Guess requires exceeds allowance. What? Do I not have enough gas? I do. I do. Why? Weird. Let's try to refresh this. Gas is not even supposed to be like 10 cents, 5 cents. So I should have more than enough. Whoa. Oh, I see what happens here. Oh, it is not the gas. They just unlisted the 1500. Because, again, for low liquidity, they don't leave very in the money and very out of the money options. They take it away. So after it goes, do you have the need? Yes, I do. But yeah, I figure it out. So you see right here the delta, because of their liquidity issues. Once the delta goes below 0.9, I think it says on the docs right here. I'm not sure, but it should say somewhere in the docs. Once it goes under 0.9, so if it goes 0.08 or it goes above 0.90, so if it goes 0.91, they remove that strike from here, from the charts. So now I actually have to sell this, but now at least we have a better delta. So let's run the numbers again. Shame, a few seconds earlier and we would have been able to close. Oh, this is why, because Ethereum just dropped a whole lot, because it was 70, it was 1,275 when we were doing this, and now it's 1,240. Well, better for us. So let's do this again. 14, and here we go for 2.7. Which one was it? 1550, 2.8. Let's see, 1530, 1512. This is a good compromise. So for it, it would need to go up 21.9, 22% up for me to get liquidated, which I will for sure close the position before and take a little loss if it's moving this fast. So I'm collecting 46 bucks. Let's do the math real quick. 46.65 divided by 1400. 3.33. 3.33. Okay, now we can sell. Let me show you. Confirm on MetaMask. There we go. Now we can see it. Do you guys see everything fine? Because it seems that my internet's a little bit slow. This is how much we're going to pay in fees. So very, very little. Optimism is really good. Confirming transaction. I don't know why the internet's so slow today. Maybe because it's rainy season here in Brazil. Hey, Funny Toro. Hope you have an amazing weekend. We just closed our transaction here. And now you can see, Funny Toro was asking, now you can see the option price here. So here's my position. We collected actually way more. We collected 52 bucks. Amazing. So we collected 52 bucks. We deposited 1,400 in collateral. Didn't want to click this. Okay. The IV is 100. There's 148,000 in open interest right here. Our delta is a little bit high, but it doesn't really matter because the great Erman said we have a 1,400 resistance. So we should be good. Theta is good. We want to see this number as high as possible. And on Lira, you have some sort of incentives. So you get paid in Lira tokens. So I'm getting 18 Lira, 0.18 Lira tokens and 0.16 OP tokens per day. So 7 days. If you did the same trade on SyncQuote, would it be different? Well, yes and no. Let me show you why. We are going to go to Ethereum. We're going to sell a call for the 18th and the 1,400. 1,400 right now, it is paying 16, 17, just changed. How much did I put right here? 2.9. Okay, so 2.9 contracts. We go right here. 2.9 contracts. I need to connect my wallet. Wrong network. Okay, let me change the network. Polygon. Switch to Polygon. There you go. Okay, no, 2.9. Okay, we quote the final price. And now we're sending this request to the love the heads and tails. I call heads, I win. Tails, you lose. Lol. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Okay, so because we have a huge size, and most likely because it is Friday, there doesn't seem to have enough liquidity. So we can just try again or wait. But let's say if we go to one for sure, we will have that liquidity. Let's see. Okay, so we will get paid 17.14. This is per contract. Since we have two, we have to multiply this by 2.9. So 17.14 times 2.9. So 49 and 70. So pretty much the same, because here I got 50. Yeah, 52. So a little bit less. We will get a little bit less in yield, in premium. But there's a catch. There's a catch. More answering your question. Here, I will need to have the full collateral. So if I'm using 2.9 contracts, I will need to have 2.9 ETH in collateral. And now Ethereum is at 1240. So 1240 times 2.9. I would need to have 3,159, 3,596, sorry, in collateral. Here, I only used 1,400, just because, as I said, with Lira, you can use stable coins and you can partially collateralize your position. You're assuming leverage with this. You're getting risk, but you don't need to have as much collateral. So you cannot do this on SyncQuote. This is the difference. The premium is pretty much the same as you saw. $2 difference. Not that big of a deal. But on SyncQuote, so far, we don't have the possibility to do that with partially collateralized positions. You need to have a full amount of Ethereum. The same amount of contracts you have, you need to be collateralized with the same amount of in ETH. And you cannot use stablecoins for calls, as I said before. So this is the difference, you know? This is what makes Lira and SyncQuote difference. So they have positive points on one side and negative points on the other. Because, for example, with Lira, they have limited amount of liquidity. So there's that issue with strikes. Right here, I can go all the way to 2,000. Delta is not even, it's 0.008. So I can be very safe. I'm never going to get liquidated from this position. Like, never going to go in the money. Because in 1 week, Ethereum, it's very impossible or plausible for it to go all the way up to 2,000. But I'll get a very little premium. So it doesn't make sense for me to open this position. So if there's not any questions, anything that I can explain to you guys, that I can show you on my nice little whiteboard right here, that I thought it was a very intelligent idea from my wife. She had that idea. So it is a better way for me to show you guys in a visual way on the board. If you don't have any more questions or final messages, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I apologize that the camera died. I actually think the battery should have charged a little bit so we can see each other face to face before I go. Let me see. Okay. Focus. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the visuals. Hope you guys enjoyed this new look for the live stream. It's a little bit more clean, more aesthetic, whatever that means. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. And if you have any questions, reach out on Twitter at Vince Sector. And if you are in the Sleep Money Club, just hit me up on Discord. I'm always there. And I'll catch you guys on Monday. Again, it probably will be at the same time, so 5 p.m. for me, or 8 p.m. UTC for everyone else, so you guys can see from there. Thank you, Everton. Nice stream. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Herman. Thank you for everyone who joined. I appreciate every single one of you. And peace out. Take care.